we are continuing with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are in beginning chapter. Oh, hang on. I think we finished this chapter, right? No, we didn't, but it's a very short chapter. But we just started because we were talking about Kartik, so we just read a few verses. But actually, we could have finished to the end because it's very short. I think we finished here with Mahaprabhu asking his mother to follow Ekadashi. Okay, I will pick up from there. Tobe Mishra Vishwarupe Dekiya Jovan Kanya Chahi Vivahadite Korile Man. Thereafter, seeing that Vishwarup was a grown-up youth, Jagannath Mishra wanted to find a girl and arrange a marriage ceremony for him. And what did Vishwarup do when he heard about this? You remember who Vishwarup is? Mahaprabhu's elder brother. But he was very intelligent. When he heard that his parents wanted to marry him, then what did he do? Exactly! Lavanya Didi remembers. He ran away. Vishwarup Shuni Gaur Chari Palaila Sanyas Koriya Tirtha Koribade Gela. Hearing of this, Vishwarup immediately left home and went away to accept sannyas and travel from one place of pilgrimage to another. And we hear that, his parents, of course, they were very unhappy about this. Because, normally persons would follow the Varnashram system. So sannyas is something you would take like in your 60s, right? After you've had a marriage life. In the traditional system, you'd be brahmachari for a few years in your youth, your teenage years, and then you'd enter into family life, grihastha, and then you'd gradually ease out of that, go and enter vanaprastha, and then sannyas. But this is that's you can say, one way Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, the constitutional way. This is the revolutionary way. Just immediately leave everything and run towards the absolute ideal. So this is how Vishwarup chose to reveal his pastimes in this world and set this example. His parents were very sad, and we also hear that Ch.Ch. Mata, she held some type of grudge, like transcendental grudge in her heart, because out of her feeling of Vatsalya Ras, her motherly affection for her divine sons, she felt she had some resentment against Advaita Acharya, because Vishwarup used to go and Advaita Acharya, he was like the head of the Vaishnavas, and he would lead discussions, and the Vaishnavas would all come to his place and hear with him, discuss with him, and Vishwarup used to go and join those discussions. And so Ch.Ch. Mata felt because of that influence, Vishwarup became fanatic, and he left home to take sannyas at such a young age. So Ch.Ch. Mata, she was holding this resentment in her heart about, and then she was worried, of course, because then Mahaprabhu, he became mad with Krishna Prem, and eventually, of course, he also left to take sannyas. But anyhow, she was holding this resentment in her heart, and at one time, Mahaprabhu in an assembly, he announced some unhappiness about his mother. And he said, he used this to demonstrate how important it is to avoid Vaishnava aparad. And he said that my mother, she's made an offense to Advaita Acharya, even though she hadn't said or done anything, but he knew what she was thinking and her mentality. So he announced she's made an offense against Advaita Acharya, she must ask forgiveness from him for this. And Advaita Acharya, when he heard that, he was horrified, and he fainted. And so then Sachi Mata, she took advantage of that to go and take his foot dust, because he had fainted on the ground. And in this way she was, excused. So this example Mahaprabhu, he used to demonstrate the importance of avoiding Vaishnava aparadha. That is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, I think. I don't think it's described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. Shuni Ch.Ch. Mishra Duki Hoilo Man Tobe Prabhu Mata Pita Koilo Ashvasam. When Ch.Ch. Mata, and then later, when Mahaprabhu, after years later, after Mahaprabhu takes sannyas, and he's living in Puri, and he goes to when he goes to visit South India, he uses the excuse that he's going to search for his brother. Because the devotees are very attached to Mahaprabhu in Puri, and it's hard for him to go anywhere. So he uses this excuse. And actually, Vishwarup, he passed away. He was not present for so long. He left the world, I think, fairly soon after he took sannyas. And it was in South India. And of course, Mahaprabhu, he knew that because he knows everything. But he used that as like an excuse to go and search for his brother in South India.
So mother never seen him again?
No, they never saw him again. No. But there was one incident where one sannyasi who had met with Vishwarup, he became Shankararanya. That was his sannyas name, right? Shankararanya, I think. One sannyasi, senior sannyasi, who had met with him in South India. He was, years later, traveling through Bengal, and he happened to visit Jagannath Mishra and Ch.Ch. Mata. Or maybe Jagannath Mishra had already left, I don't remember. But anyway, this sannyasi ended up taking prasadam there at their home, and he was very impressed with Ch.Ch. Mata's cooking, and it came out in their discussion that he had met with their son. So that they did have that like special, remembrance of him through this other sannyasi. But no, they never met him again. I mean, really, what type of suffering Ch.Ch. Mata went through in her life? She lost her eldest boy. Your oldest son is like so precious,
She lost 8 girls.
That's right.
Before
that's right.
For all this.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Then she lost her eldest boy, and then Mahaprabhu, and then her husband left. Jagannath Mishra also left, and then Mahaprabhu left. And really, you also have to think, what type of a sacrifice was it for Mahaprabhu to make that decision? Because he knew it was going to break his mother's heart. He was leaving his widowed mother who'd lost all her other children. So it's just like a major thing. Of course, with higher vision, we understand this is all Lila, but still, there is so much pain of separation there.
And how long did she live?
I'm not sure, but she lived for quite some time, I think. I'm trying to think when... I mean, we hear her name mentioned like all through Chaitanya Charitamrita, through Mahaprabhu's pastimes. And remember, Mahaprabhu he didn't stay here very long. He only stayed here 48 years. So not very long. So she may have stayed longer than him, actually. And we hear her name mentioned, we don't hear of her passing. And we hear of her name mentioned all the way through Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu used to send messages to her through other devotees. He specifically, she chose Puri because he told her, like, I'm your servant, you choose where I will stay as a sannyasi. And she chose Puri because Puri and Navadvip, they had this connection, and there were always pilgrims going back and forth between Puri and Navadvip. So it would be easy and not so far away. If you can go there in like 8 hours on the train from Calcutta.
I think at that time it was called Lila.
Nilachal, sure. So it would be easy for her to get news, you know, of Mahaprabhu. So that was why she chose Puri and why Mahaprabhu went there. And so we hear repeatedly in different places Mahaprabhu's, you know, sending some message through some devotees going there, or you hear some devotees mentioning her name, they want to give her some news, and so she's present, you know, throughout Mahaprabhu's pastime. And I was trying to remember, we hear some of the Vaishnavas who were present just after Mahaprabhu, like Srinivasacharya. It's definitely mentioned he met with Vishnu Priya Devi. You know, after Mahaprabhu left, he met with Vishnu Priya, got her special mercy. I don't remember if Ch.Ch. is mentioned, but maybe. But anyhow, this is, you know, life of Vipralamba, you know, divine separation. You know, she really showed such a great example of that. And of course, that separation, you know, there's that description Kaviraj Goswami gives. Bitare, what is it? Bitare, Baje, Visha Dwala Hoy, Bitare Anandamoy. That, you know, externally it is like poison. It is like suffering from the poison of a snake. But internally there is so much nectar there. There is so much sweetness. So this Vipralamba has these two sides, and actually that pain of separation, it is increasing the sweetness, you know, it is increasing the feeling of union, you know, union and separation. That was the Sridhar Maharaj's expression. So these both aspects are there. Okay. So when Ch.Ch. and Jagannath Mishra heard of the departure of their elder son Vishwarup, they were very unhappy. But Lord Chaitanya tried to console them. Balo hoilo Vishwarup sanyas korilo, pitrikula matrikula duyu dadilo. My dear father and mother, the Lord said, it is very good that Vishwarup has accepted the sannyas order, for thus he has delivered both his father's family and his mother's family. Amito karibo toma duhar sevan, shuniya santushta hoilo pitama tarman. Mahaprabhu assured his parents that he would serve them, and thus the minds of his father and mother were satisfied. Ekadin naivedya tambula kaya, bhumite podila prabhu achetan hoya. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate betel nuts offered to the deity, but they acted as an intoxicant, and he fell down on the ground unconscious. Betel nuts is this, we were talking about the other day in connection with Nityananda Prabhu. Pan. It's like a kind of tobacco, or in India very popular. It's an intoxicant. You chew it, and you probably saw. Probably any taxi driver, you chewing this red stuff. Yeah, you remember. Now you remember. Everybody chews it. But generally we don't take it. It's an intoxicant. But it is sometimes offered to the deity. And so Mahaprabhu took that. We don't offer it, Gurudev said, because our principle is that what some temples do is they offer it and then they bury it in the ground, because you're not supposed to take that. But Gurudev said, our principle is that we will not offer what we cannot eat ourselves. So therefore we don't offer it. It's not correct to give it samadhi, he said like that. But we should only offer what we can honor. And I extract from there, general practical principle that, if nobody in the temple can eat deep fried pakoras and rasgullas and so on and so forth, then don't offer them.
What is pan? Idam tambulam.
That's what we're just talking about. Pan.
I see.
This is the same thing.
But we offer. I offer here.
Mentally.
Yes.
And then we can mentally take the prasadam.
Okay.
They offer in the... Is it part of the bathing you offer?
Yeah.
Maybe right now he's offering it. I stand corrected. Oh, so there you go. Then you don't need to offer the physical because in the subtle sense they're offering. So anyhow, Mahaprabhu, he took this pan, tambul, as Prabhu said, is referred to here also. And he was affected and he fainted. Aste vyaste pita mata muke dilo pani shushta hoya kohe Prabhu apurva kahini. After his father and mother sprinkled water on his mouth with great haste, the Lord revived and said something wonderful they had never heard before. Uh-oh. Eta hoite Vishwarup moreloya gela sanyas koroho tumi amare kohila. The Lord said, Vishwarup took me away. So he's saying, like, when I fainted, I was unconscious. This is what happened. This is the vision. Vishwarup, he took me away, and he requested me to accept the sannyas order. He said, Sannyasa koroho tumi. Literally, take sannyas. Do sannyas. He told me to take sannyas. Amikohi Amar anata pita mata ami balak sanyaser kibajani kata. I replied to Vishwarup, I have my helpless father and mother, and I am also but a child. What do I know about the sannyas order of life? And Mahaprabhu, how old is he here? Like about 10 or something like that? This is Paul Ganda. He's still quite young here.
And
maybe
already taking a little pan, right? So young.
Well, he shouldn't be. I don't know if his parents knew about that. Because it's saying that, he fainted, so that would fit in with him being quite young, because he's not old enough to be able to handle it. I can't remember what the Pauganda age is. Oh no, not so young, because he's getting married, right? Yeah, he got married, so maybe he's like 16 or something.
No, they married very young.
That's true. Very young, maybe 12.
Yeah.
It's true, they marry very young. Okay, well, I'm not sure. So, I told Vishwarup, how can I leave my mother and father? And I'm just a child. What do I know about the sannyas order of life? Vihasta hoya koribo pita matar sevan ihate tushta ben Lakshmi Narayam. Later I shall become a householder and thus serve my parents. For this action will very much satisfy Lord Narayan and his wife, the goddess of fortune. Tobe Vishwarupiha patailo mode matake kohio koti koti namaskare. Then Vishwarup returned me home. So he brought me back. He took me away, then he brought me back, and requested, offer thousands and thousands of obeisances unto my mother, Ch.Ch. Devi. He mata nana lila kore gaura hari ki karane lila iha bujite na pari. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed various pastimes, but why he did so, I cannot understand. Kotodin rohi mishra gela paralok
Mata putra duhar vadilo hridishok.
After some days, Jagannath Mishra passed away from this world to the transcendental world, and both mother and son were very much aggrieved in their hearts. So very early, Jagannath Mishra leaves. Bandhu bandavasi duha prabodhilo, pitra kriya vidimate ishwar kodilo. Friends and relatives came there to pacify Lord Chaitanya and his mother. Then the Lord, even though he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, executed the rituals for his dead father according to the Vedic system. This is Pinda, right? No, well, it's calling here Pitra Kriya. It's like, these, to... Of course, this is like a Prakrita. Mahaprabhu doesn't need to do this, but he's, following the custom to give some relief to his father in the afterlife. This is the idea, to help them on their way.
Koto dine prabhu chitte korila chintan, grihasta hoila mebe chahi griha dharma.
After some days, the Lord thought, I did not take sannyas, and since I am remaining at home, it is my duty to act as a grihasta.
Grihini vina griha dharma na hoy shoban, eta chinti vivaha korite hoy lomam.
Without a wife, Lord Chaitanya considered, there is no meaning to householder life. Thus the Lord decided to marry. And there's a quotation here from some Shastra. Na griham griham ityahor grihini griham uchate taya hi sahita sarvam purushartan samashnute. Merely a house is not a home, for it is a wife who gives a home its meaning. If one lives at home with his wife, together they can fulfill all the interests of human life.
Daivek din prabhu poriya site valabacharje kanya deke ganga pate.
One day when the Lord was coming back from school, he accidentally saw the daughter of Vallabha Acharya on the way to the Ganges.
Purvasiddha bhavduhar udai kodilo, daivevana maligatak shachistane ailo.
When the Lord and Lakshmi Devi met, their relationship awakened, having already been settled, and coincidentally the marriage maker Vanamali came to see Ch.Ch. Mata.
Ch.Ch. gite sambandha korilo gatan, Lakshmi ke vivaha koilo Ch.Ch. nandam.
Following the indications of Ch.Ch. Devi, Vanamali Gatak arranged the marriage, and thus in due course the Lord married Lakshmi Devi.
Vishtariya varnila taha Vrindavana das, eto poganda lilar sutra prakash.
Vrindavan Das Thakur has elaborately described all these pastimes of the Lord's early age. What I have given is but a condensed presentation of the same pastimes.
Poganda vayase lila bahut prakar, Vrindavan dasiha koriyachen vishtar.
The Lord performed many varieties of pastimes in his early age, and Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has described them elaborately.
Ataiva din matra iha de kailo, Chaitana mangale sarva loke kyata hoilo.
I have given but a single hint of these pastimes, for Vrindavan Das Thakur in his book Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, has described them all very vividly. Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jarash Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Das. Aspiring for the feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, I Krishna Das narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Well, I feel happy to stop there. Finish that chapter. Is that okay? Good?
Yeah.
Anyone want to add anything or anything?
I was just thinking, Krishnadas Kaviraj says, I don't understand the pastime. You just read it like something like the Lord does and I don't understand.
Certainly, I mean, he mentions that. I mean, in several places, yes. Oh, yes, right here, yeah. Yes, right here he mentioned. After this exchange he has with Vishwarup in this vision.
Yeah.
Yes. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed various pastimes, but why he did so, I cannot understand. Yes, certainly.
Maybe it can be indicated that it's a revelation, that it's not a property of his mind.
It is indication it is a Ch.Ch, right? His pastimes are beyond the jurisdiction of our plane of understanding. And he's independent. The Lord is independent. And he's not always explaining why he does everything. Did you want to say something else about that, too? Well, it's a wonderful day to start our day, I think. Hearing the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is chapter 15, and then is this the last chapter, the next chapter of the Adi Lila? No, there's 2 more chapters. And then we begin the Madhya Lila. Oh no, but I'm probably not going to be here. Probably it will be Tyagi Maharaj. I'm going to be very jealous.
What is coming up?
The Madhya Lila chapter 2. Maybe we should jump. Oh no, we have next week. We have next week. Today is Thursday. Okay. I have to get to it before Tyagi Maharaj. We have a very beautiful recording of Gurudev singing those verses, chapter 2, Madhya Lila. It's so beautiful. So we can hear that.
Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Tadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha. Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Nitai Gosai Kodi Charana Vandana. Yaha Hoite Vignana Savisha Purana. Nitai Gosai Jar Muita Dasa. Tanta Bada Pada Denu Mura Panchagrasa. Gosai jabe braje koilo basa Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Kodila Prakasha Anande bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnava Padema Jaya Mana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Kodiyasa Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Kodiyasa Hari Naam Sankirtan Kore Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Shri Guru Dev ki Jai Jai Vishnupad Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Bhagavan Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai, Namacharya Shri Hari Das Thakur ki Jai, Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Kirit Hari Ju ki Jai, Saprashad Shima Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Shri Navadvip Dham ki Jai, Shri Ganga Jamuna ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Vinda Devi Tulasi Devi ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan ki Jai, Shri Kol Kartal ki Jai, Dantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai, Vishwavyapi Tadya Shakamat ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat London Chapter ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmala Charjamarsh ki Jai, Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardamarsh ki Jai. The virtual audience.